Messi's better, I guess.
He just failed.
No.
You can't really see it, kind of, but there's like on some handprints it says like financial worries, sexual exploitation, pain, drugs, and the question is asking where have all the children gone, and this is where they've gone because they've ran away. In traffic deaths between 18 and 19-year-olds when they lowered it to 18, and then a 14 increase between 15 and 17%. Along with that, female drunk drivers rose to 51% from 18 to 19 years old. And then moreover, this implies that increasing the minimum purchase age will save lives. And then obviously, drunk driving is a big problem in America. So how would y'all effectively advocate for not drunk driving when we lower the drinking age to 18?
Is that a direct question or no?
That's really rhetorical.
Okay.
Jessica, you talked about how the bracket moved from 18 to 20 to 21 to 24, but lowering the drinking age would just increase the amount of ages that would fall under that bracket. It would now go from 18 to 24. And the more alcohol a person drinks and the younger he or she starts drinking, the more likely he or she is reported to non-medical use of prescription drugs. So it also falls under addiction. You're more likely to become addicted and use prescription drugs when they're not prescribed to you by a doctor.
About it, and then it's like on display.
What do you think is our biggest mistake that we're doing as a people in our treatment of planet Earth?
I think that our biggest mistake is just like ignoring it, just ignoring that it's a problem. Just like saying
Item added to her, and the point of it all is that every item that this child has to work with and more pressure put on them, they can't do it anymore, and it eventually becomes so awful that some of them die, like I said.
Is like it's red and it's bleeding because it's supposed to be that we humans are responsible for dogs and we hold their life in our hands. And the saying like man's best friend.
Confused, sin, weird, not normal. They want you to change yourself and everything.
Just playing Webkins and looking on YouTube, and it's such a happy and great place. However, if you look deeper, ooh, this is the dark side.
Harder to do. So when you think of like a Barbie, you think of like the girl that the girl that everyone imagines and exactly what like a girl should be, right? Like well put together. Just like any other girl that's taken, like anyone can be taken, and
this covers up the whole feeling. Supposedly outside, it's just a happy smile, average. But deep down, all around, it means a lot of things. Worry, bummer, cheerlessness, loneliness, hopelessness.
Wait, what was Aiden's weird justification for nothing in the box?
It's mine. He said when the first
For the last time, she mismentioned the kitchen. She's a black mark on her family history. She has put her whole family to shame.
Wait, I want to read it. I want to read it though.
That's so cool.
Note, students are putting headlines of honor killings on MAP. Interactive activity. Jada can't find turkey.
I wait.
Logan, let's go. Do you believe in honor killings? No. No honor and honor killings. No honor and honor killings. No honor and honor killings.
Looking at like sexual assaults and not necessarily.
Okay, respond. Go ahead.
Can I ask a question? No, to respond to that, yes, I read you the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition, that of rape, which is unlawful. I'll read it again. Unlawful sexual activity, usually sexual intercourse carried out forcibly or under threat of injury against the person's will with a person who is beneath a certain age or incapable of valid consent because of mental illness, mental deficiency, intoxication, unconsciousness, or deception.
Point.
Okay, yeah.
Point I'm trying to make. Yes.
I'll give you 10 seconds.
The fact of the matter is there are different standards and different legal things for each state and between each even person.
Please don't interrupt.
We can't
Don't
even.
interrupt.
We
You've
can't
been
even
interrupting.
Hey, stop, both of you.
Jason, it's not as funny as
We're in discourse right now over the discussion of rape. Now I'm asking this to you, Talia. Could those differing standards and ideas of rape and sexual violence skew the statistics? Yes or no question? No? Could a disagreement
All right.
on, one second. Could a
You're
disagreement...
talking for a long time, so I'm going to have to talk. So, there's an example. They brought up a lot of anecdotal evidence.
Wait, Drake. Conrad's good, Connor.
Okay, a lot of anecdotal evidence of rape. Let's bring up Rock Turner, who was a swimming person. I think it was UCLA. I can't remember the school. And what he did, he went to a bar. He found a woman there. She was drunk. He took her out back to the garbage and raped her, and then left her passed out body. And you know how much jail time he got?
Do y'all know that
6 months for a brutal rape of a drunk woman and left her there in the street.
Okay.
And how can you, and anecdotal evidence, please don't interrupt.
I'm asking a question.
Come on. Use your intelligence. All right, do you have a question, Connor? Do you have a question?
How can, you can bring up anecdotal evidence and criticize us for doing it, but here's the thing, we have anecdotal evidence, we have facts, we have all of that. I don't think your opinions are really going to change. I'm concerned.
Go ahead.
I just don't understand how y'all...
Now, over here, Elizabeth. Their turn. Go.
I think the point of this debate is to expose the different points of view, not necessarily change mine. Your point of...
Find my child.
Find my child. Find my child. Find my child.
Find my child.
Thank you.
My great citizens of Argentina, I can guarantee you that in no way, on no uncertain times, that the government is not involved. I can assure you that we are working as fast as we can to resolve this. It is important that we remain unified in these trying.
Don't touch.
Where are we going?
Don't touch my wife.
Where are you taking?
You call us equals while you tarnish the South African name because of your dishonorable actions. I will not. Get them out of here. Get them out. Take them out.
So when it's used to us go against each other?
Get them out.
It's working?
Get them out.
It's working. This is working.
Get them out.
Okay, do I have a bid for $650? Okay, do I have a bid for $750? I got 2 bids for $750. Okay, do I have a bid for $1,000? All right, you're the lucky winner. Okay. Drugs are bad while still supporting marijuana. Are you going to completely ban them from everything? People take Advil and get high off that. If you take too many of them, and they can chance overdosing. So it's the same idea.
No. Okay. So Advil clearly can help you in like a lot of different ways. Brooke has a question that kind of adds to like this. And Brooke, you can say it.
Okay, while medical marijuana has positive effects on the body for medical reasons only, what are the positive effects of recreational marijuana besides getting high for like, I don't even know how long you do it?
And before you guys answer that, your brain doesn't fully develop until you're 25, and the effects of smoking marijuana when you're like 18 or younger is impaired short-term memory, decreased concentration, alterations in motor control, coordination, judgment, and reaction.
Okay, jump in. That's long enough. Go ahead.
You
Sorry,
said
you're
that
fine.
how we educate children, but the legalization of marijuana would only apply to people 21 and over. So, although that children may have like easier access to it, it would still be illegal for them to get it.
But people are, like Ume said earlier, people are going to do whatever it takes to get the drug.
And legalizing it would increase the access for them. So, not making it legal would significantly help decrease that access. And Ume, you said that making it illegal is a privacy concern because people have the right to put whatever they want in their bodies. But if it endangers our country's citizens and other people, what do you have to say?
Okay, so what you were saying before about what were you saying before?
200. 300. $3.50, $4.50, $5.50.
Shut up.
$600. Do you all have y'all's? All right.
You too. Everyone grab a stone. I want to. Don't start throwing until I say. The more the better.
So I know if I hit.
Okay, everyone, line up.
I can't. Please don't make me do this.
You must. Think of a family.
No. I cannot stand by and let myself be given over like an.
Her refusal to marry Mustafa. She also speaks in this letter of running away to start a new life in America, all because of some American tourists who put these selfish thoughts in her head. She has denounced herself not only from my family, but from this village. Everyone grab a stone and start throwing. Killing her is the only
Not in
way
the face.
to
Cover your
restore
face.
purity and
Baba,
bring honor back to
please
my
stop
family.
this. Baba, please, I mean, make this stop, please.
You did this yourself. You should have just married him.
Yeah, I saw you talking to that American tourist. You disgust me. You are no longer wife material.
Everyone stop. You're killing her. Please, she's innocent. She's an innocent girl. You're hurting her. Please stop.
So you're the tourist who ruined my daughter.
I've just shown her that there's more to life than marriage and kids.
Say one more thing and you'll end up just like her.
To you, I might seem like a dumb American, but I assure you, you will regret everything you've done.
Get back. It must be done.
Rifa, I promise you I'll save you.
Zara, stand. You've dishonored my wife, Mustafa, your ancestry, your elders, and most importantly, me. I must do what needs to be done.
Baba, please don't do this.
What is the case in calling?
Your Honor, the defendant has been charged with a crime of murder in the name of honor. It appears a handgun was fired on the victim, Sarah, and the evidence I provide will show that the defendant is indeed guilty.
Your Honor, the defendant was acting to protect his family from the disgrace that his daughter has caused. He was only doing his role as a father.
I will try this case to the best of my ability. Proceed.
A new law has been passed in Pakistan that has outlawed honor killings.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
This is exactly what this case is. I now present my victim, Denise.
What I witnessed was a father who killed his own daughter and called it protection for his family.
Yes, now we have the people's exhibit to present.
A video of the killing.
Your Honor, how do we know that this video was not purposely edited?
I had the forensic lab review the video, and Denise can also confirm this.
Your Honor, the video is unedited.
That clears that. This video is all the evidence this type of case needs. The video blatantly shows an innocent young woman, the victim of an honor killing.
But Your Honor, he was doing what he believed was right, the instinct to protect his family.
Against his own daughter simply because she did not want to marry? I will not hear it. In light of the new law and the Constitution of this great state, this senseless act of murder cannot be condoned under the regulations of the Holy Quran and the Islamic State of Pakistan. I rule guilty. May this ruling set a precedent for any cases like this to come. Pakistan will no longer tolerate these so-called honor killings. The court is now adjourned.
Okay, so we like to focus, what we solely wanted to focus on was physical. Sydney went through what they do, electroshock therapy. And so what we did in the presentation is we had a bunch of images up, and if you say the wrong thing, they'll shock you, and it's to associate, Well, I also, in my research, they'll like bring like guys and they'll put up like two men together and they'll like heat your hands so hot or freeze your hands so that whenever you see someone, like two guys in public holding hands, you associate pain with that. So it's the goal to like get you away from it. I was in a scene where I was like raped and they made Sydney watch, and that's to like demonstrate like this is how it's supposed to be. And it's like that's a physical aspect to like show like women or men like this is what sex is and this is what it's supposed to be. And so those are the two main ones we focused on because they're, in my opinion, the most brutal. So those are two physical.
And the psychological was, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
the psychological was like what I did with the church scene. It was kind of like bashing them, telling them this is wrong, this is against what we do, trying to make them like feel bad, make them feel like, you know, like they're not worthy of like, you know, like they're a disgrace and they're just dishonor to their family, to South African culture, to all of that. So that was the psychological parts. But there's other psychological things.
Yeah, like, in addition to that, a lot of like exorcisms happened, and like it came to where it became a part of like whoever the exorcism was happening on the gay person came like a part of their life to where like they may even practice it like at their own home. And like on the victim cards, one of the guys actually did that for like 2 years in a row. He did an exorcism like each week. Brooke.
Do you think this happens more to men or women?
Probably men.
Men.
If you look in like pop culture, the idea of two women hooking up is fantasized for men, while the idea of two men hooking up is just viewed as like lowly and disgusting. So I definitely think they were persecuted more for their like loving the same sex than women were.
Are you saying like male homosexuality, the general public is more disgusted by male sexuality than female homosexuality? You know, can I just something in this school? What I've noticed, and I don't want to take away from y'all's Q&A. I've noticed like girls are hold hands more frequently here, but guys don't. Am I correct in that observation? Like I don't want to go. Like I just want to like at some point maybe we could talk about that. I'm curious. But let's go back to y'all. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
Yes. So I was like a part of my research was to look at some of the victims and like what happened, and there were actually 3 boys in South Africa. They all died at different times, but one that came up.
Insurance. They're not doing their job. Obviously something's wrong. Might as well just do this.
The word health is literally in the definition for general welfare. I just want to put that out there again. So y'all saying that it is a privilege is literally just going through, again, economics. Y'all are saying it's about money, money, money. Individually, like if you. No, I'm not saying like individually. Because there's millions and millions and millions of people, like putting a couple $100s in, like from their paycheck annually, just so they can give their fellow Americans the right to live. I think that's a risk I'd be willing
Go
to
out.
take.
It's good.
But like some people don't want to pay for that. Like sorry.
So some people need to understand that these are morals. This is a basic human right.
That the government.
Oh, hang on. Like, give them. I like what you're doing, but give them a little time to respond. Go ahead, try. Do the best you can, guys. Go. Try to push, Alex.
Okay. Yes. So it is a human right, like to it's moral to like again pay for other people. I mean, like help other people. But like again, it's their money. They're in charge of what they have. Yeah.
It's a picture. I picked out the art pose. Why not?
But and then I eventually learned
I didn't
to.
see that.
You can see it, so I just do my hand like that.
All right.
But
What do you call
after
that?
It's just an arm wave. It's basically what it's called. And then I take it with my hand and I move it throughout my body.
Yeah.
And then move it out the other side.
Do you want to?
Restart it. Go. Wait. What are you doing? I can't do it.
All right. What Connor said. What Connor say?
Connor said, and I quote,
This is so cute.
What the?
And here's a message for Connor. How do I get in the video? Yes. And hey, Connor, I just have one thing to tell you. 2 things. Number 1, nature is. And number 2, I love you.
Aww.
Surrender peacefully or die.
I'll think about it.
A few minutes later.
Load the can.
But sir, there's a whole many of them out there.
You think I gave a hillbilly damn about how many soldiers are outside our front doorstep? Load the damn cannon.
Yeehaw.
Have you thought about my offer? After a long, awkward silence between Santa Ana and William Travis.
Hail 5 cannon. Yeah, you. All right, successful day. Let's get out of here.
And thus started the 13-day siege of the Alamo. Texas is part of the world.
Therefore, it is world history.
65!
The American capitalists and the Russian communists have begun silently fighting each other. A decade later, the Soviets launched Sputnik into space. Later in 1961, Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet, is the first human in space. John F. Kennedy swears that the moon is the next goal for America, and Americans will be the first on the moon.
What did they launch into space? What did you say? Oh, I thought you said butt naked. All right, Sputnik. I really did. It scared me. All right.
3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Okay. 3 days later, the Americans reached their destination.
That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind.
Let's dab on the Soviets. America.
Nice.
Grab
visual.
them rocks.
Careful, Haytham's going to beat you up.
The moon here appears to be barren and
lifeless.
Void of any life.
Yeah, it's kind of gray. There's no oil. So, how long are we supposed to be up here exactly?
About 20 more hours.
Houston, are you serious?
Do you think I'm serious? I paid for this vacation and you're going to enjoy it.
Okay.
Back on Earth, everyone is celebrating the win for the capitalist country of the great America.
That's great. I'm so excited for my country of America.
What?
By the way, you're going to be quarantined for about 3 days.
What? Okay, do we have to refilm the scene now?
Camera.
That's a joke.
Was it?
Time period, Europe was a very spiritual and politically backward continent.
God, please protect me, my family, and bring wealth upon our king.
However, Asia during this time period was thriving. Look at all that filial piety. However, with this new trade, diseases were spread from animals passing along the Silk Road. Oh, I feel faint. But I believe in science and have the money to pay for medicine.
I feel terribly ill, but God will protect me.
Nice rap.
As trade boomed across the Silk Road, more rats like Allison here have passed along the Silk Road and affected Europe terribly.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, let's give guys, got lady.
There's a heretic of the church who is preaching to our subjects. You must take care of him and bring him before me and the judge.
What? What is thou doing?
Wait here. Place it right here. Alright, place himself. Right,
Kneel!
now turn around and now face the judges. Order in the court. Alright. Martin Luther, you are a heretic of the church. Either repent and confess your sins or be lynched.
I shall not repent! For the indulgences are unholy, and the Bible may be interpreted to each his own. You are wrong. You are unholy.
Watch your tone in my church! I hereby excommunicate you, me, Leo the 10th! All services are suspended!
If you shall not listen to my word, the Germans will. See ya!
Go, go, go! Lynch him now!
Go lynch him. Finish the play.
Brother Gertrude, lynch this heretic.
All right, is that it?
Yeah.
Let's get going because of time.
Okay, so we have me, the narrator, Napoleon, and a soldier on both sides, and Alexander II. So, scene one. And the year is circa 1800, and Napoleon is feeling confident after a number of victories and decides he wants to invade the great motherland, Russia.
Yo, man, I'm trying to conquer Russia. You down?
I am so down. We don't take L's around here.
I'm trying to get that victory royale, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm gonna take like 250K to Russia. We're gonna take you down, homie.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could try, like, whatever.
Dude, yo. Scene two. Napoleon Bonaparte takes his 450K to Russia.
It's kind of cold here.
What, did you bring a jacket?
But the weatherman said it would be sunny, okay?
Well, that's unfortunate.
Scene three. Alexander II checks inventory.
Okay, so we got 250,000 soldiers looking pretty good. And how many bullets do we have, you know? It's like
6, sir.
6? Okay, it's like pretty good. It's like about like 50,000 French soldiers right there. Okay. You know, actually, let's get out of here. Let's go back to Moscow. It's a little bit better there. Okay, bye-bye.
Scene four. Now Napoleon and his army are starving and freezing.
Sir, this is another flaming farm. We're kind of running out of roaches to eat here. Okay?
Did I ask?
Oh my God.
A lot of fun.
Scene 5. Nappy is close to losing.
Sir, I'm gonna die again. Can you just go back, please?
Look here, buddy. The beef isn't over. We're still gonna take you down.
He took him down.
Died more times than Jon Snow.
Scene 6. They reach the last burned town.
Damn it! How do you even burn down a brick house? Oh my goodness.
House, obviously nothing's happened. Can we just go home, please?
I mean, yes, but it was my idea.
Scene 7. Nappy B goes back home.
Alright, look guys, I'm gonna be honest. I took the fat L, alright? Don't shame me.
Oh,
I-
you should have bought the battle pass.
Guys, let's give it up for them.
Circa mid-1930s, Hitler and Stalin decided to hang out. Boop, 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 boop. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello. Hey, Joey, what's good?
Who's this?
Adolf.
Adolf who?
Hitler?
Hitler. I don't know.
Adolf Hitler, bro. We met in Germany.
Oh.
Yeah.
The baby mustache.
Okay, look. At least mine isn't a caterpillar like yours.
Alright, first off, my mustache is luxurious.
Okay.
Second off, I pick up a small part.
Alright. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Look, I had some things I wanted to discuss with you, but like I wanted to do them in person. So, you down to hang out?
Where?
Jeremy, look, I just got some crumpets and scones.
I mess with the scones.
Alright. Alright, I'll text you the beats. I'll see you in a few days.
Alright.
Alright.
A few days later.
Hey, Joey, what's good? Alright.
Stalin? Or I meant
Yeah. Alright. So here's the tea. So, I'm trying to see if we can, like, invade some countries, you know what I mean? Because, like, we both have good militaries. So, like, we might as well, you know what I mean? Alright. We gotta keep it on the down low, because, like, I heard that, like, Neville and Clemenceau are trying to get us in a meeting or something to get us, like, to stop, because they think that we're up to something. But if they do, We deny. All right, we don't know what's going on. We're there just to hang out. Okay. All right. So you down for that?
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish my tea.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you're right.
Alright, you ready?
Neville, Clemenceau, Adolf, and Stalin are at the Munich conference talking about Hitler's recent actions.
Dude, man, Hitler's late.
I know. I mean, I ain't even surprised.
Bro, he always does this, dude. Like,
Yes.
he thinks just because he's about to take over the world, he can just come like 20 minutes late like this.
Him and that little tiny mustache. And then Stalin over here with this weird looking mustache over here. Like,
Dude,
there's bugs in it.
he's late now, but he's never late to take over the world.
Oh.
I don't get it.
All right. You know what to do, right?
Yeah.
If they ask us anything, we deny. We don't know anything. All right. Right. Cool. All right. Let's walk in. Hey,
Hey.
Clemenceau.
No.
No, sit down, Hitler. We need to talk.
We gotta talk.
Okay. She is aggressive.
Hitler, it needs to stop, man.
What needs to stop?
You know what needs to stop. You're invading everywhere.
No,
But
I'm
you
not.
say, oh, I won't invade, but you invade.
Joey, am I invading everywhere?
No.
We know the tea, sis.
What's the T, sis?
Maybe that you've been invading everywhere and denying it. We asked you to please stop with a cherry on top, and then you're just gonna invade everywhere.
Look. All right. Joey, I don't think anything's happening. Do you?
We know about your plans.
There are no plans.
You guys think just because you went to meet for scones and crumpets, and you guys sat and talked for hours, you guys were just meeting for scones and crumpets? No,
Period.
we're not stupid.
Yo, I just got some new scones and crumpets, and Joey wanted to come over to try some.
Look, I know, look, Hitler, man, look, Ada, I know you're mad about the Treaty of Versailles, but like, seriously, like, there's other ways to do it. You don't have to take over all of Europe.
Girl, I'm done with this. I'm finna go trim my mustache.
See what you did. You made
Look,
Joey leave.
Yeah, because he doesn't like you.
No one likes you.
Germany would beg to differ.
That's because you're a dictator, forcing everyone.
All right. You know what? You want to talk about how I'm taking over land? All right. You give me a little bit of land, and I'll stop.
Let us consult.
Oh.
1 minute, girls. 1 minute. You're doing all of
thinking-
chapter 28.
I'm thinking like, maybe like somewhere that like no one really knows about, like Sudetenland.
Oh, yeah. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I don't even know where that's at.
Yeah. And they got my Waterburger there, so I think we're good.
I have no family there, so I think that's a good idea too. All right, so Sudan.
Sorry. You guys curse too. So.
Takes credit for it. You stay out of it. Germany's juicy colonial holdings belong to the crown.
Yes, Germany's juicy colonial holdings. I love to think about it. I dream about it at night. Anyway, you stay out of it, America. So, are we all in agreement that we punish Germany harshly? We blame them for everything, and we hope it doesn't bite us in the ass later on.
Oh my god. Screw you guys. I hope you guys all go in economic depression.
Don't worry. France will not fall. We are strong. We will not lose to Germany. We will not lose in the first war. Yes.
All right, guys, good. Anna's drunk and Noah's cursing. What a good, great last day. All right, ladies, let's hit it because I'm worried about time.
Noah is like one of the best actors there is.
Noah's up for Academy Awards.
Yep. For either that or the thing he did in English as well.
Was it pretty good?
Yes. He was a woman both times.
Yeah, it was. I was in a I'll send you the link if you want.
Sure, yeah. John.Reed, see if I
I'm
did
gonna
that.
pull up a picture of him.
Teachers and students, please pardon me.
We have 5 minutes.
This is a reminder that when the bell rings at 11:30 to dismiss for the end of the year, that students are expected to leave the campus immediately at 11:30 if you are.
Benjamin, George, and Thomas are not America's founding fathers. Listen, I'm the pimp who built this in trust. You are my puppets, and I got you held up by my strings. Keep that gun at your temple, it's simple. I'm the pimp who built this, and I put drug dealers on corners so they can make my money. And I put white collars in corner offices so they can make my money. And while you're out here working 9 to 5, I'm working overtime to make sure the hungry never get fed. To make sure them colored kids never go to college. Keep that knowledge mess out their head. I'm bad. Lucifer ain't got a thing on me. I jinxed myself and gave birth to slavery. You thought they were genociding Native Americans, they were moving west? Nah, they were moving towards me. They call me capitalism. And I slit throats with dollar signs. I tie the American dream around your neck and laugh while you lynch yourself from a dime. Your soul is mine. All your thoughts belong to me. I'm the reason women take off clothes and keep a pole between their legs. I'm the reason executive records bring their work home and never work on working on their homes. My favorite color is green. My only hobby is sex, and I do one hell of a job messing people over. I eat the rich, and I spit it out on the poor to keep my system in check. And the rest of y'all in the middle is like toilet tissue. Don't you understand? I am capitalism. Racism is my son. Justification is his sister. The jail system is my illegitimate daughter. Public schools are my bad grandkids. Can't you see? All your oppressions related back to me. I'm the king in this. And I'm so stuck with it, I got you thinking that you only work for what you need. My blood is envy. I breathe death into you. Girl, you are a slave to me. Bow down. Get this money. Sell your soul. Here's a nickel and a dime. Turn that into gold. Become cold. Ruthless. Destroy any worthless human being you have to, because you worship me, because I control everything. I know you thought the devil was bad, but he ain't got anything on me. And the more you reach for that monetary peak, you become more like me. And when poverty is thick, and a single mother has to sell her body to feed her fatherless kids, remember, America never had founding fathers. It always had me and believe I'm the pimp who built this, and you ain't nothing but my trick.
Could you? I feel so attacked right now.
Guys,
how could you?
We can still talk about this. Sit down.
No, there's nothing to talk about. It's either me or Israel. I'm sorry to say this, but I choose Israel.
I guess that's the end of the meeting.
Oh. Like you couldn't tell. Hi.
Do you want anything? Like helicopters, I got you. Tanks, here you go.
I can use some financial aid.
Of course, I got you.
Good.
I got you.
Good.
Okay, that's it.
Very good, lady.
I ask that you listen and that you find my vocal outcries with compassion and not scorn.
Thank you.
Okay. On August 7th, 1930, a 16-year-old by the name of James Cameron survived a lynching in Marion, Indiana. He was the only person in American history to survive a lynching until August 28th, 2017. 8-year-old Quincy Merlin was found playing at a park a few doors down from his house, playing with some white kids who spoke of white pride fluently and had a history of boasting bigotry beyond their years. But only 8 years old and still wanting acceptance, Quincy forgives them and continues to be friends. At the park, the kids begin playing with the rope of broken tire swing. Quincy watches these white kids turn themselves into imaginary hangmen until one of them tell him to put the rope around his neck. A malicious odor lassos his ancestor's soul and drags it through time in 7 wounds. The smell of rope evoking memories, only familiar to the sizzle in his blood, Quincy ties the knot thinking this will solidify a bond of friendship until the hands of betrayal push him off the picnic table and leave him alone, hanging, swinging between 1930 and today, but Quincy will not get lost in the past. He reaches for that rope and pulls. With the force of over 4,000 souls that did not survive this way of dying, Quincy survived that day with minimal injuries. And James Cameron rejoices in his grave. From James to Quincy, I'm I'm sorry I got to know you this way. I'm sorry slave ships arrived on the shore of your childhood and demanded that you hand it over. Know that you must hold on to it tighter than the day your mother held you, the day she filled for your life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry the news taught you more about America than you will ever learn in any classroom. That even when you're half black, your whole life still doesn't matter. That sometimes white supremacy will sometimes send its children to do its dirty work. That America cares so much about black children that even lynchings have a kid's version. But it's not your fault. I know you didn't ask to learn this way. But it's not your fault America forsakes black children for doing exactly what white kids are forgiven for. So do not forget this. What you went through makes you no less worthy. It was nothing you did. Those kids found your smile following their own hatred. You were loved, perhaps more now than before. Never forget you were loved. So when fear tries to make a hiding place out of you, hold up your chin and show your scars. And the next time America tries to come for your throat, tell them you know your life is everything God forgot to give them. Tell them it's yours and they can't have it. Tell them no, they will not make another Billie Holiday of a black boy's death. Tell them we celebrate surviving. Tell them surviving is a celebration within itself. Show them how a rope tried to turn you into Mississippi burning, and then tell them